A to Z Mysteries, The White Wolf by Ron Roy. Chapter 6. Let's check it out, Dink said, moving toward the path. Josh and Red Rose followed him. The narrow track was steep, but rocks and roots provided footholds. Stop, Josh shouted after they'd gone down about 50 feet. What? Asked Red Rose. She was directly behind Josh and nearly collided with his back. Blueberries, Josh said. The bushes on both sides of the trail were loaded with clusters of dark blueberries. Josh reached for a branch and began picking. Eat some, guys, he told Dink and Red Rose. They're excellent. But Dink was looking at the ground under their feet. Dozens of blueberries had been crushed in the dirt. These berries are fresh, Dink said. Someone walked on them recently. Someone like the wolf kidnappers, Red Rose said. They must have carried the cage down this way. Let's keep going, Dink said. 3 minutes later, they were standing on a small beach. A boat could land here, Dink said. Red Rose looked back up at the path they'd just come down. It'll be easy, she said. Just drag your boat up here, carry the cage up the path, and steal the puppies. Just about everybody out here must have a fishing boat or a sailboat, Josh said. Dink sat on the sand and gazed out at the water. I still don't understand why anyone would want those wolves, he said. Josh sat on one side of Dink and Red Rose sat on the other. Josh's fingertips and lips were stained dark blue. Are wolves valuable? Red Rose asked. I mean, can you get money for them? Dink shrugged. Maybe, but who would buy a baby wolf? He asked. Josh glanced up at the darkening sky. We'd better head back, he said. The kids climbed back up the trail to cliff top. They looked around but didn't see the mother wolf again. With dark clouds hiding the sun, the kids headed into the woods. They started walking downhill. Is this the right way? Josh asked. After a few minutes, all these trees look alike. Red Rose turned back around and squinted her eyes. I can still see the dead tree, she said. She turned to face downhill. So the flagpole should be down there somewhere. They looked, but their eyes couldn't penetrate the thick shrubbery. We're lost, Josh said. We'll be out here forever. I'll have to eat bark and twigs. Maybe you will, Red Rose said. But not me. She picked out a tall tree and started climbing nimbly up it. Where are you going? Josh asked. To get a hamburger and a milkshake, Red Rose said over her shoulder. When old Dink and Josh could see over the bottoms of Red Rose's sneakers, she stopped climbing. We're not lost. I can't see Wallace's flagpole, Red Rose yelled down. When Red Rose was back on the ground, she led them to the original trail. 10 minutes later, they all saw the back of Wallace's cabin. Raindrops splashed on the kids as they bounded up the cabin steps. They found Walker, Wallace, and Abby sitting at the kitchen table. Hey guys, Walker said. Abby told us you went to the scene of the crime. Without telling us, Wallace added. Sorry, Dink said, but you weren't here and... It's okay this time, Wallace said. Abby explained why you left so suddenly. Did you see the mother wolf? Abby asked. Yes, she was standing on some rocks howling at us. Then she took off, Josh said. I still have goosebumps. The kids explained what else they'd seen. We think the people Abby saw carried the cage down to the ocean. There was a little path and blueberries that were crushed by their feet. They must have had a boat waiting, Red Rose said, but any hiker could have crushed the berries, Wallace said. It didn't have to be the wolf nappers. How else would they get away from there with the wolves? Abby asked. Are there roads up there for cars? No, but there are other trails that lead to roads, Wallace said. And even if the thieves did use the path to get the cage to a boat, we'd never be able to prove it, Walker said. There are hundreds of boats around these islands every day. Walker looked at Dink, Josh, and Red Rose. After I got this message, I took my plane up for a look, he said. I saw plenty of people in boats, but no cages holding baby wolves. He put his hand over Abby's. I'm sorry I can't tell you more, Abby. Just then, they heard a toot from down by the water. Wallace leaned over toward the sliding glass doors and waved. That's Morris, she said. He runs the mailboat, even in the rain. May I be excused? Abby asked. And would somebody help me move my telescope? We'll help, Dink said. He, Josh, and Red Rose followed Abby out to the deck. She wheeled up to the telescope. Where do you want it? Red Rose asked. Out front, Abby said, where I can watch the water. She gazed up at the three kids. Walker is right. There are zillions of boats around here, Abby said. But if the people who took the wolf puppies have a boat, I'll find them.